Hi, my name is Simrim Derek, founder Mityana coffee processing company. Here, I process coffee, powder, medium roasts, dark roasts, and light roasts. Usually I be talking about poverty eradication among the youths. I'm 26 years old. I am from Uganda, based in Mityana district. I'm a BBA holder. So basically I be talking about the things that really get us depressed, the things that really want to talk about that we do not get talked about a lot. Like if you want to talk about something and it doesn't get the attention it deserves, those are the things we basically talk about most of the times. So I be talking to people who want to interact, who come up with ideas, the thing that they can project, that the things that can envision a great ideology into the future, things that are going to drive us out of poverty. And I was making a little bit of some research and I was looking at the utilities here in Uganda. If you look at the utilities, basically the first utilities everyone thinks about to start anything, be it an innovator, first of all it will be electricity and water, those two things. And here in Uganda, those things are kind of expensive. Some people, even the big companies, they complain about them because they're expensive. So I believe if those things are brought to a cost that is minimal, that everyone can achieve, water bills and electricity, if they are brought to a minimal cost, probably it will boost production or even innovativeness. Those are the first raw materials for someone who is really trying to start up something. So I believe if we sit down and we as a way of work, and people are trying to survive. People are trying to survive through water itself. People cannot access clean water. That's the first thing. And if you go, I'll make a documentary a week to come, and I'll be showing you some of the water sources of our people here, what they used to really get something clean to be taken as water. The thing that what they really call clean water. And you will be surprised that people are really living a life of surviving. And before even we go into eradication of poverty, we need to look at the hygiene itself in our societies. Our societies themselves really backing down because of the health. They cannot get clean water. People cannot access clean water to take or to drink to survive before even they think of getting food. You see, food is bought and water is free here. But the free water that you think that you can get, you think that water is free, but it's not clean to the health of someone's life. So I'm calling upon those people who really want to merge up with me and really want to talk about this a lot more about it. We can come together. You can come into the comment section, or you can DM us in our pages on Instagram, Mityana, TikTok, Mityana, Twitter, Mityana. You can always DM us so that we can be able to talk about these things. And here, if I'm advising people, the fellow youths, to start up something, I would advise them to do something that is going to employ someone. Yes, you would start up something that you're going to earn from, but think about how is it benefiting someone you're providing for. Are they going to earn from it at the same time? I believe in job creators than job seekers. You get what I'm saying? That's why I would I would advise that way. So I believe there are so many things. We're into agriculture in Uganda, and that's something that we've not put emphasis on because of the low value addition on the food production, and even the machinery is very hard to get. So I'll give an example. Me myself, in the coffee processing stage, I would need a roster. A roster itself that is for commercial use to sustain production for the distribution of only my district. It would that goes for a capacity of 30 kilograms or 20 kilograms per roasting. It costs around 10 to 15,000 US dollars. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to be accumulated by any youth here in Uganda. So what I'm saying, in the agriculture or food processing industry here, since we are based a lot in agriculture, and that's something that we've based on as a backbone here in Uganda, we haven't added value to it. And when we go on to add value, it's a challenge because there are so many inputs that are involved. Machinery is the first thing. You may have the knowledge, but you may not have the accessories that you may need to carry on these things. So basically I joined the coffee because I've been into coffee the last 5 to 6 years. Yeah, I will be telling you details of how I got into coffee before even I introduced my product, this one Mityana cow, but I'll be telling you exactly what we basically need to start up something. There are so many young kids who cannot afford school just because they are orphans, and even the parents, they do not have where to sustain the education from. They're not going through school and they're not getting the basic knowledge of how to live. And that's why we could get a threat of crime rises in the future, and that's not the goal. I would expect it to be planned that way. Yes, we have government schools, but they haven't been monitored and supervised the right way. You find someone goes to school and the teachers are not in class, they will just walk back or play at school or even play at the pitch. You find them always I don't want to talk about that because that's not what I'm talking about today. But what I'm talking about is something that we really need to focus on if we're going to start up something to sustain us out of poverty, we as the youths. And that way it is going to help us employ these young kids or even help them, because if you're to look at most of the youths here in Mityana, most of us have started up orphanages and NGOs. People are carrying out charities, not because they have what to give. It's because they've been through it, and they take it to themselves that if a person like me have gone through a life of being parentless and I am living at this age, someone has really suffered and they do not have a hand to give. So I would ask, if you're out there and you think we can interact about this, you can slide into our DM and we talk about this and forge a way of how we can come to the conclusion of poverty and getting rid of school dropouts and all those things. There are so many issues that have not been talked about in our community here in Mityana, but I believe with an incorporation we can come up with something that can help all of us. Thank you. My name is Semrim Derek. God bless you.